African stone sculptures, wooden carvings find niche in Beijing. Made from smooth stone, intricately curved busts of African figures stand on the mantelpiece in a gallery in the north of Beijing. The stone sculptures are in the company of oil paintings and wooden works depicting animals of the savannas. This is the Apex African Art Gallery, a showcase of art mainly from Zimbabwe, its surrounding countries, and Tanzania. Gallerist Wang Jian has been operating the gallery for 14 years, having moved locations a few times within China's capital. Walking around the gallery, art appreciators and collectors can view a selection of stone artwork, wooden carvings, including some that can function as furniture, and paintings of love stories and other subjects. Wang said she has been traveling to Africa regularly to source art. Since 2007, I've been going to Africa from time to time. I used to work for a company in Hong Kong, and I was assigned by the company to work in Zimbabwe. This is when I fell in love with the local African arts, and so I decided to leave the company and run my own art gallery. I go and search for markets. Sometimes I have to travel out of the cities, as some artists live far out, said Wang. These days, she curates a selection of works that she feels appeals to art collectors in China, many of whom have had links to Africa. Her customers mainly come from Beijing and are older than 40. Most of them have experience with Africa, maybe having worked in railways in the continent. When they come to my gallery, they are reminded of their time in Africa. Some have small galleries or yards where they later display their work, she said. When sourcing pieces, she focuses on colors that appeal to the Chinese market. Different buyers from different countries choose differently. For the European market, many choose stoneworks with black and white colors. They have a sense of art, she added. For the Chinese market, the buyers like colorful stones such as green and red. The value of the stone is also considered, and if the stone's value will appreciate, it's a market-driven process. Zimbabwe is famous for its stone sculptures. When I first arrived in the country, I sought out stone sculptures only. After that, I saw locals make wooden sculptures too. Wooden sculptures have a promising market in China too, because China has a historical tradition of its art too, such as the wooden sculptures from Shanxi province. After that, I found oil paintings in Zimbabwe, so my journey with the country's art went from stone sculptures to wooden sculptures to oil paintings. Walking around the gallery, various pieces stand out, displaying the meticulous craftsmanship of the artists. Among the stone sculptures is a bust called Shona Lady, a reference to a language of ethnic group in Zimbabwe, and another called Queen. Shona Lady is made from soapstone, while Queen is made from butterjet, a very smooth stone. Highlighting Queen, Wang said, the entire sculpture is from one piece of stone. The artists do a lot of work on it. To carve dangling earrings from the stone piece is really hard work. The black lines here throughout the piece are sewed fossils. Her eyes show a lot of sympathy. The wooden sculptures in the gallery include pieces that double as furniture and some that show the features of African wildlife. A large table artwork carved from the root of an African purdock tree, a hard red wood type, stands in the center of the gallery, with noticeable carvings of a turtle, crocodile, and other animal forms. Wang said she selected the work as it resonates with the Chinese traditions of wooden root carvings. Another piece, titled Big Five, also made a paddock, boldly displayed the faces of the leopard, elephant, lion, buffalo, and rhinoceros. Natural oils need to be regularly applied to these wooden sculptures to avoid damage amid dry weather conditions. A wooden chess set table with creative chess pieces shaped like wildlife, invites visitors to play. A closer look at the functional artwork shows lions and lionesses in the positions of the chess kings and queens, hippopotamuses from the pawns and rhinoceroses from the knights. The art set includes 2 carved stools to sit on while playing a chess game. It is also furniture. This artist is taking art into our daily life and towards our interests. And among the painting is a mixed material work titled African Story. It features an optical illusion that on the one hand resembles 2 buffaloes but also human limbs. African art has a niche fan base in China. 14 years later, I'm still introducing African art to people because I really love it. On the other hand, restaurants in Beijing offer a window to Africa. From different corners of Africa, the flavors of dishes from the continent are tempting taste buds in Beijing. In recent years, African-themed restaurants have set up shop, bringing tastes from the continent closer to explorative foodies in China's capital. A trip around the city reveals African food styles and cuisines that are as rich as they are varied, covering food from West African countries, South Africa, Ethiopia, and Eritrea. Scattered across the city, they are fostering cultural exchanges as the curious trickles is for new dining experiences. Nestled in the northern district of Shunyi is Pinotage, which takes its name from a signature South African red wine grape. Bobo tea, a beef minced curry casserole topped with egg custard, fried dough balls known as vetkoek, and boerewors sausage rolls are among the dishes you can try here. Vetkoek bears some resemblance to the Chinese yuto or fried dough sticks, but Pinotage chef and owner Toby Kerr says the texture of vetkoek is closer to that of cake. Boerewors sausage is common sight in South Africa and its neighboring countries, sold by street grill vendors and barbecue restaurants and enjoyed at outdoor barbecues known as braais. Chiao says they make their own hot dog rolls for the dish and produce the sausage in 2 types, one with a beef and pork filling wrapped in a pork casing and another with a beef filling wrapped in a lamb casing. Most of the ingredients are sourced locally, but some are imported, such as a type of chili they use that comes from Africa. The restaurant has an outdoor space of a few kilometers away where customers can try grilling the boerewors and meat themselves. At Sanlitun, a popular shopping and entertainment area in downtown Beijing's Chaoyang district, is Tribe Garden, a destination for West Africa cooking in the city. Dishes associated with Ghana, Nigeria, Senegal, and Ivory Coast pour out of its kitchen as customers prepare to tuck in. Chefs at the restaurant say the more popular dishes include chicken with jollof rice, egusi, a dish of fish, meat, palm oil, and spices, plantains, beans, and starches like eba, made from grated cassava flakes, and fufu, which they make with rice and semolina flour. A glance around the restaurant will show you many customers eating the food, especially fufu and eba, with their hands. Tribe Garden chef Benjamin Appiah said that they have noted Chinese customers coming in to try fufu. Thanks to social media, fufu is becoming popular. Food content creators pop up online with fufu. People are curious to try it, especially because it is eaten using hands. We are not only serving food, we are also trying to educate people and pass on culture. We are trying to do some culture exchange. We've made videos available to all the waiters and those who work here. Anytime someone comes in and is having challenges with the menu, we take them through every meal, explaining what goes into it and giving extra information about taste, said Appiah. For him, the key features of West African cooking include chili, seafood like shrimps, and combining proteins in one dish, as seen in the egusi. We do eat a lot of shrimps. Our food needs a particular aroma, and you get that from ingredients like shrimps and bay leaves. This restaurant's kitchen is halal. But in West Africa, you do find people eating goat meat with pork, with chicken, a bit of dried fish, so we do mix proteins, he said. And to try the food of Ethiopia and Eritrea, they scored in the Liang Makwea neighborhood of Chiangnyang. This restaurant has a rotation of African menus for different nights of the week, including an offering called Habesha Kitchen for Wednesdays and Friday evenings. Habesha is a term used by some of the described cultures of Ethiopia and Eritrea. The highlights of the dining experience is its plating. The dishes can be served on injera, a traditional flatbread. This represents another opportunity to eat with your hands. Diners tear off pieces of the spongy bread from the edges and dip them into the stews and salads on the bread. African restaurants in Beijing present an opportunity to sample tastes from different corners of Africa when going out for a meal. Drawing curious customers, they also offer cultural exchanges as people try flavors and ingredients that may be new to them and learn how to eat dishes as they are eaten in their countries of origin. For some, they offer a taste of home, while for others, it's a bridge to other cultures and a window to Africa. And that's it from Injil's Africa. Stay tuned to USA and political updates.